You're not gonna quit your day job and come shovel manure for us?
I don't know, it's kind of lovely actually. Yum, yum, yum. When you arrive over here at the Oliver Kelley Farm, you may be in a modern visitor center, but as soon as you make your way right down this path, you are transported into the past. This is an actual farmhouse from the 1860s. These are actual crops being planted this year. That's a potato coming up right now, and when we arrived today, we saw workers on site using the skills and techniques of farmers from the 19th century. It's a great way to not just learn about history, but experience it firsthand.
Today we are on the site of Oliver Kelley's homestead. Here behind us we see his house that was completed in 1874. People sometimes see museums and they don't understand we're part of the museum network. We're a living history museum. Living history means we are out here living the history. As you see by my costuming, we are out here doing the work and we are living like it is 1860s, 1870s out here, which is the time period Oliver Kelley was farming on this property. He was not a farmer. He was not from a farming background. He moved here from Boston, and so being the son of a tailor, he had no agricultural background, and so he learned through books. We call him a book farmer. He learned by reading.
Yeah.
He learned by writing to journals. He learned by connecting with other people, which then of course led to his work at the USDA when that was newly formed. And then of course he led on to create the National Grange, which is the first paternal organization in the nation that was agrarian based. So it was the first farmer organization that existed in the nation.
I have this own shit about Minnesota history. It's like the people who are living in the Minnesota history, who are the pioneers who are building the state in the early days, are so aware of their becoming history. And so like everyone who, like some of the forebears of this institution are like writing everything down and being very conscious of like maybe in 170 years, 80 years, people will be doing exactly what we're doing today.
Yes, yes. I think Kelley knew that. I think Kelley knew that he was onto something. I mean, he felt that farming was a downtrodden profession. He wanted to elevate farmers across the nation. And so that paved the way for a lot of organizations that exist today.
Should we go inside and check it out?
Yeah, we can go inside and check it out.
Let's do it.
And we'll step in here to the bedroom that we have set up for the time period.
I saw a chamber pot under the bed there, did I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like a Faustian bargain right there. Like, are you gonna go out in the cold? You're gonna
in the Minnesota winters,
smell your excrements all night long.
Yes, well, it's one or the other. You know, freeze or keep it in the house. So,
oh my God. Oh my God.
The bed is also a rope.
Oh my God.
Sort of frame.
Yep.
And so the old adage, you know, nighty night sleep tight, it's so that the ropes on your bed were nice and tight so that you had a good night's sleep.
So how is this used? Like when you have visitors here, they sort of come through here on their own?
Yeah, it's a self-exploration. So we have this open for people to kind of explore at, you know, what draws them in. You know, some people come and the first thing they do is get into this house and look at different things. Some people come, the first thing they do is go to the animals.
Sure.
You know, people have their favorites, I'd say, but we always have activity and things happening around the site. This kitchen's always a busy space because if you were feeding, you know, people on the farm and they were working hard all day long, they needed a lot of food. On busier times of the year, when it was harvest season, when it was threshing, you had extra people coming. So like a threshing crew would come and that was another like 18 people to feed. But you had to have that many people extra to help run the thresher and to get your crop processed so that it could get to market.
It's funny because today we think of, I don't know, I think of my home personally in 2025 as a very personal space. Like I only invite people very close to my inner circle in there.
Right.
But up here where they're sleeping in the bedrooms here, you're just having the farm hands in to just get fed for the day.
I mean, you had to have extra space. You had to have, you know, the connections and a lot of communication. I mean, you didn't survive on your own in that time period. You had to survive on other people helping you out. And this is the pantry. This is obviously where we have a lot of our dry goods stored. I mean, I'm not sure. Let's take a peek and see what we've got in any number of these if I can get the handle down. Oh, here's some nice beans. We've got some dry beans and dry goods in here. Here's some nice thyme that probably came out of the garden last season. So you've got that as well. Smells nice and fresh still. Dried that out. So you actually are stocking this up. This is not. We are stocking this from our own gardens.
You're not going to the grocery store like popping these in.
No, if we can grow it here and we can preserve it here, we will. And when we get down to the cellar, we'll check out some pickles and things that we've made as well.
That's what we're going to do.
All right, and here we are going down to the cellar. Watch your step.
We're here today at the newest Cub, learning about what it takes to make a grocery store. There's a lot more to it than you might believe.
Fun to see where you come into a store with just a shell.
Yeah.
And then you start to piece together planograms and start to lay all that out. We have electrical run, we have Freon pipes run underground before the concrete is poured. There's a lot of things that people don't understand, the amount of city approvals you need for fire suppression system for your ovens, or your plumbing, or your drains.
It's basically you have to have all the lights seen for a full restaurant. It's got an incredible amount of knowledge you have to retain because it's so planned out. This store has been around for a long time. In fact, so long that they've changed their name from Cub Foods to just Cub. Consumers united for buying. They were the first discount grocery store in our state. This company maintains market share to this day as the #1 grocery store in Minnesota.
When you do construction of a new store, you are studying people's traffic pattern.
Which is ultimately about how to influence people's behaviors based on design. Cub has been around for over 50 years, and as they've made their way through time, they've had to adjust to changing consumer behavior. Now, there was no bigger change in consumer behavior than COVID. In fact, this is a result of COVID to have a dedicated e-commerce room.
Customers will actually be able to drive up here and text or call to pick up their groceries, and we run them right out to you.
In the database that we carry that shows every single SKU that we carry, it's about 7 million.
It's all based on expiry date, right?
Yeah,
It's
so
like
there's a
stuff-
very strict timeline of when to set everything and when everything comes in via truck.
How many trucks will it take to stock this whole store?
Probably 20, just for center store.
And they start coming in how many days out from the opening?
About 4.5 weeks.
At the end of the day, Cub will always be Minnesota's hometown grocer. We're very dived into our local community, and we make sure that we bring that to life through our shelves.
Like this looks like I could just pop the cork right open.
You could, and take a whiff.
Oh my God, okay.
Just take a whiff of how strong that vinegar is.
It's
That'll wake you up, huh?
That is a lot more intense. That feels like off wine.
Yes, yes.
We came down from the interior part of the house.
Yep.
There's also an exterior entrance.
Yep,
right
this
here.
is the exterior entrance.
Oh my God, the difference in like light when you come from like inside that dark.
Yes, it's a bit like a cave. The barn we see in front of us, the upper barn, is built on the same footprint where Kelly's barn was when he lived here. So a lot of these reproductions are just as it was when Kelly had the farm.
Got it.
We have our cow Mabel here. She is our practice milker for hand milking. She has an udder and we can practice hand milking on Mabel.
I'm just worried about Mabel.
She's a tough old girl. I think she'll be okay.
So this is actually a field where we're growing stuff for use on the farm?
Yep, this is a hay field.
Yep.
And so we're growing out here a mixture of timothy, alfalfa, clover. We would cut this in the summer then and haul it in on our big hay wagon, and we'd stack it up in the barn.
And then these fences also have been maintained in the traditional standards as well.
They have as well. Oh yeah, these fences are all made from tamarack.
Yep.
They would have been tamarack or cedar, old growth.
Cool.
There was no plumbing, so the family would have had to come out here to fetch water for dishes, for laundry, for drinking, for watering the animals, for taking to the garden to water the plants and crops as they were able to. So the water pump was a vital resource for the family, for the farm family.
So this is functional, I can actually use this.
You can, it's fully functional.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Look at that.
The water isn't quite as clear as I was expecting.
Yeah.
This is like a really stupid question maybe.
Yes.
But where does the water come from in the well?
From an aquifer.
What's an aquifer?
You drill down deep enough into the ground where there's an aquifer. So down below all the layers of bedrock, there's aquifers. An aquifer is a part of the rock where all the water can gather together. It's like an underground cave, if you want to think of it that way.
So it's how deep below here is it?
110 feet. So
are they actually digging a big hole they're climbing into, or is it like a pipe they're just having to put down that far?
It's a pipe that they're going to put down that far.
Yeah, interesting.
Pig. They're
being
so
super active.
funny. They're just goofy.
Hi.
Like little puppies.
Are you guys excited?
You loving that mud today,
huh? Oh my goodness, happy as a pig in poo. I don't want to be rude, but you guys stink.
They do, unfortunately. These are our Southdown sheep. Southdown is a breed that we know from Kelly's journals he had when he lived here.
Yep. Oh my gosh,
these girls are getting a bit woolly.
Yeah,
they will be sheared here next week.
Yep. Do you use old equipment for shearing?
Yes, we hand shear them. So it looks like a big, old, rudimentary scissors, and they get hand sheared. Blaze!
Hey, bud.
Hey, buddy!
Wow. He's a big boy.
He is.
I love two sides of museums. Like one side of museums that I love and educational places is like the actual museum itself, and the other is like how does the public interact with it? How am I perceiving it as a person? And it's so interesting because you're getting to interact with people in these different phases of life. You got these like these little kids who are just like, cool animals, and you get the teenagers and like, wait, how does the economics of this work? How does the world work? You can almost like see into their brain about like what they're thinking about in life.
Yes, agriculture is that base of we all eat. So agriculture connects all of us.
All right, so we've been shoveling manure, we've been tending to the sheep and the pigs, checking out the oxes,
pumping some water,
and like getting a day in the life of the farm. And so here we come here, hard day's work, coming to a close.
Yep.
Where are we now?
We are on the front porch of the house. This is a very nice spot of the house, a nice spot of the property. And this porch is facing, you'll notice, the Mississippi River. Yeah. Which, from our perspective now, is just a nice line of trees. Yep. But when Kelly lived here, this house was positioned so that the porch was facing the river for all the riverboat traffic. More importantly, it's facing far from the highway, and from where we are right now, we may as well be back in 1860. Exactly. Exactly. You can't see anything modern from this perspective. Yep. That's amazing. It's such a different way to approach a museum. It's such a cool way to make it like not just a living history, not just looking at people like you telling us about it, but also making us get our hands dirty with it as well. Yep. Yep. Putting your hands on it. And I think that people learn a lot and you take home a lot. You know, you have a great experience when you're at a place like this. Well, thank you so much for today. Yeah, of course. Thanks for coming out. Let's just enjoy the serenity. Oh, yes.